Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And what a matchup this is. Two survivors of the expanded college football playoff grind, two of the top 4 seeds when it all began. Both sides have been challenged and pushed all year and through the playoff. Now it's time to find out who can take that final step, as we'll see the 3rd seed in this playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. Fielded in the end zone. It's Evans. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quarterback looking to scramble. In a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack is so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
The completion sets up a second down play. Looking for some space. It's Robinson. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And, boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. The back's got it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And wow, that is how you kick off a national championship game, Kirk.
Man, Chris, you're exactly right. This offense came out with a mindset that they're not going to wait around and wait for this defense to get settled in. They're going to punch them straight in the mouth and assert themselves. What a championship-level statement that was.
Now they get set to kick it away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. offense. First down. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Sayin. He's hit just before the throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The shotgun running play call. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Lofting it toward the left sideline. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
And the returner will be brought down. Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Trying to create outside the pocket now. He's wide open. Pulls it in. An explosive game. Big play. Moves the ball inside the 40.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw. Nice, accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Takes the handoff. It's Robinson. Runs into the teeth of that defense. Picks up just a couple yards.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback keeps the football. Picks up the first, looking for more. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. And now they'll run it on the draw. And that run produces a decent gain.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Robinson. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
The Dogs are in the red zone. The offense with some pre-snap motion. In the red area, it's Robinson. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution. The championship pressure here.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
That's caught. It's Tate. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. You know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. To the air. It's Sayin. Short pass finds the tight end. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
An inside give now from the shotgun.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it second and medium. They're going to run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they get stuffed at the line of scrimmage here. That's going to bring up a third down play for this offense. And, hey, I know it's the first half, but the way this defense is playing and the fact that they have a nice lead, this is an important third down to try to convert here.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. It's a quick grab. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down. The Buckeyes will look to convert here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth down. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Football comes out. It's a turnover.
That is carry here, because not only does he take a big hit, but now you're about to get an earful from your coach on the sideline after that turnover.
So they take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn that ruling on the field. Offense getting set. It's second down. A handoff from the shotgun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Tackle is made at the 40-yard line. Third down coming up.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Gets past the tackler into open space now. Touchdown, Dogs. No chance to catch him.
I'll tell you what, a screen pass is tough to do, but when executed well, the result is this. Perfectly timed by the quarterback to drop it off to the back, gets the big lineman in front of him, all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
He had the extra point and the lead now 21-zip. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Remember, last time, they went for it on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down, and he lofts it toward the sideline. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
Running out of time in the pocket. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. Looking downfield. It's Sayin. Quick completion to the tight end. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to get a first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, just stoned at the line of scrimmage by this defensive front. They have been having their way at the line of scrimmage the entire first half of this national championship. And if these guys do not find a way to become more than one-dimensional, there's no way they're going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole.
The tackle is finally made, but not before it's a huge gain down to the 25.
Man, what a great effort by the tight end. Not only does he make the catch, but how about the effort there to break that tackle to pick up more yards?
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. And he'll set up to throw. Hit as he released it. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. 7th play of the drive coming up. Looking to pass here on second down. And pass ball's incomplete. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And he's got some open field ahead. Now the 40. At the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here, Kurt.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
The extra point makes it a 28-zip lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. First down here. The offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Dropping back. It's Sayin. Receiver makes the catch. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. He gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting in the way of that and knocking it away.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Well, the offense failed earlier in a 4th down attempt. They'll try it again here. From the shotgun, drops back. Incomplete. A huge 4th down stand by this defense.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Evans. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down.
When the defense sits back in a zone coverage, good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a 1st down.
Off the play fake on 1st down. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark.
Oh, and he fumbles. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there.
Oh.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn that previous ruling. So here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, try to force a field goal attempt. Pass caught, can he get in? And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal. The Dogs will line up here on 1st down and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. They will try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Quick throw misses his mark there, incomplete.
It's 2nd down.
Second down after that previous play. Scanning the field. It's saying. They take a deep shot. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
The quarterback has got to do a better job of recognizing that there's double coverage on this receiver. He still tries to throw that in there, believing in his receiver, and he almost throws an interception.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Bulldogs will kick this deep to begin the second half. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there.
Ohio State Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. First play of the second half was a handoff. Well, they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
Yeah, I'm surprised he dropped the ball here. This tight end is known for his hands. The ball's put on the money. Somehow it just goes through his arms.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, how about that? Another call and another bad result for this offense. Kind of a microcosm of how this entire football game has gone. They're just trying to bleed that clock and get out of here. Nothing working at all.
Oh, had a chance at another interception. Couldn't quite hold on. But it's going to be fourth down.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's third down. But he's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
Check this out. Offense going for it inside their own 40. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Lets it fly out of the wideout. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
What a great job there by the defense, reading that play, pursuing to the football. Nice loss of yardage there on second goal. Now it's third and goal for the offense.
Third and goal, looking to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Young. And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Now the try here for the extra point. When they make the extra point, the trail now 35-7. Kickoff team is on the field, so they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Bringing it out, it's Evans. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
But it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Scrambling around now, looking downfield. An effective play, good for a first down at the 35.
You know, with the lead in the national championship in the second half, there are a lot of offensive coordinators around the country that would be more conservative, run the ball, keep the clock moving. I love the fact that this offensive coordinator takes a chance here, throws the football, shows the confidence he has in a quarterback, and it really pays off for him.
Stopped short the marker after just a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
They keep the drive going. It's a first down at the 46.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the tackle is made on what's going to be the final play of this period.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 35, Ohio State 7.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
The defense is electing to play double coverage on this receiver, and the quarterback still tries to squeeze the ball in there.
The Bulldogs will bring their punt team onto the field. And he should be able to pin them back deep here with his first punt. Punt goes out of bounds. Looks like they'll spot it near the 15. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. To throw, it's Sayin. He's looking to make a big play downfield. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Not much on the return there, but the interception gets the football back to the offense at the 47.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play.
Here we go.
It's an option look. Oh, and it's fumbled. The lateral goes wrong. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Buckeyes. On the scoop and score. Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT is good. They cut into the lead. It's 35-14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Evans. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Important 2nd down play coming up. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
1st and 10 play coming up. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
Oh, that's exactly what you don't want to do as a running back here in the 4th quarter. Working with the lead, it's all about eating up that clock and keeping the ball on the ground, which they tried to do. But now he stops the clock by going out of bounds.
He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaking free at the 35.
Ball carried by the running back.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well. pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the league. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
The Dogs will line up now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Dogs. To stretch the lead, the route is on. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Freshman trying to take a shot, but put too much on the throw.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
4th and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? Back to throw. It's Sayin. Finds his man, has the 1st down. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
Caught way downfield for a huge gain. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. Say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as a top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand fashion.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs.